Hello everybody, welcome to Living Off Your Backyard. Today we are planting some onions in the garden. I just want to show you some little tricks that we do here to help keep everything in line and in order. Number one is check the species that you're growing for the correct spacing and depth to put the onions in, or the seeds, whatever it may be. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to we put down a string line. And these onions they're yellow onions, they require us to plant the seeds 1 inch below the surface. So what we do is we use this line to help keep everything nice and straight. It's a simple trick, it's easy, and it makes our garden beds produce more stuff, produce more vegetables, for the simple fact that everything's in a nice straight row. It's got plenty of room to grow. If we plant things too close together, we're going to run into troubles of different vegetables or whatever it may be crowding each other, and it's not going to be very good. So anyways, I'll show you some more. All right, so what we have here is these are yellow onion sets. They're onions that they started to grow and they've terminated the growth, and then what they do is they package them up for us, more or less. This is a cold milk version of it, but we can just direct sow these into the ground. We were planning on starting them indoors this year with our own seeds and growing them, but we simply ran out of time this year. I had full intents on doing it, but just things got busy. So anyways, here we are now. We ordered some from our local nursery. They supplied us with these great onion sets. Some of them are starting to grow already, as you can see. So with the onion sets, what you want to do is you want to obviously put the green end up. Some of them are hard to tell. They haven't got any green growth on them yet, but you'll be able to tell by there's a little bit of a root at the bottom that's been terminated and dried up, and this is the top. Bottom, top. Bottom goes down, top goes up. So anyways, these have to be planted 1 inch below the surface. So 1 inch below here, which is about the length of your thumb, and they're going to be 6 inches apart. So we're going to space them 6 inches, and the rows are going to be 12 inches in width. So they have 6 inches all around to grow. So anyways, let's get planting them. So what we're going to do, just going to wiggle them down into the soil just a little bit, and we're just going to estimate our 6 inches. That's about 6 inches there. We're not going to go and measure every single one with a measuring tape, because that'd be silly. So what we can do is we'll get our couple in here, then we gently pull the soil back over. We want to make sure they're down there about 1 inch. Like I said, it's about the length of your thumb from here to the first knuckle. That's about 1 inch. That's about as far down as we have. So we're just going to gently pat them in. We're going to mark our row, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Make sure you guys water these and keep these nice and damp until they start growing. Then we're just going to have to get them on a normal watering schedule. Let's get this row planted. All right, so what we have here next is we're going to be planting some multiplier onions. Now, these guys are pretty cool little things. Same thing, we're planting them the exact same way as our yellow onions. But one thing that they're going to do is they're going to multiply into separate onions, and we'll show you that when they come out of the ground, because it's a little easier to explain. Now, one thing that I just want to show you guys here is this one has gone rotten. It's soft. It's all mushy inside. It came in the same package, and this is the exact same one. It's nice and firm. It's good looking. It's not all shriveled up. This one we are not going to plant. It's not worth wasting the space in our beds. Let's plant only the healthy sets that we have, and let's get them in the ground. Put the onion in the ground and watch it grow. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ooh, look at that one. And we put it into the ground. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll water it until it turns brown. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll hang them up, we'll eat them all. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Here we go. All right, guys, so what I did is I put in 12 of our, as you can see right here, we stopped right here. These were our multiplier onions. Multipliers on the left. We put some scallions in on the right. They are all planted in the same fashion, 6 to 8 inches apart, 1 inch down, 12-inch row spacing. It is simple. Make sure they're an inch below the surface of the soil, which is about the section of your thumb. From your tip of your thumb to your first knuckle is approximately an inch. So that's how far down they need to be in the ground. What we're going to do is we're going to put tags on these so we know what we planted where. Then we're going to bring the soil over them, give them a gentle pack in, and we're going to water them immediately after planting. And we're going to be able to get eating these quite soon. They grow quick. All right, so now we have all of the onion sets planted in the ground in the proper manner, following the plant guidelines. What we can do now is we're going to take our garden hoe and we're just going to gently push the soil back over top of the onion sets. Just taking it nice and easily. We just want a little bit over top. Remember, they got to be an inch down. Pretty easy. Just take our time, get them in there. Just pull a little bit in. Now we're on to the scallions here. I love scallions. It's okay if we bury a little bit of the green starts on them. They're going to poke their head back through the soil. Then what we do is just gently, very gently, just give it a light tap just to hold the soil down so there's no air pockets in there. We don't want it too compacted by any means. That's going to hinder the plant from growing up through the soil. And as we make our way down the row, there we go, one done. So the next one's the exact same thing. We're just going to push a tiny amount of soil over top of them, cover them up. They want to be covered up. They don't want to be open. As you can see, about an inch of soil, gently dragging over. And we have quite nice planting soil here. We've just redone all these beds, so we have beautiful, beautiful triple mix that we brought in. We have some pictures and videos about it. It was fun. Nice brand new beds. So we're going to make our way all the way down. Gently pull the soil over. Same thing. We're just going to do a gentle pat. Get rid of the air pockets. Not too tight. We'll have to thank our good friends at Maple Leaf Topsoil. Isn't that what it is?
Maple Leaf Mulch.
Maple Leaf Mulch, sorry. Tom, Linda LaRue, thank you very much for this soil. Sorry, I got the wrong name to your company. I hope you see this. Anyways, we got 2 more rows to do here. This is going to be a beauty bed. I love onions, these yellow onions. We can store them, they'll store for a long time. We're going to show you that later on in the fall when we pull them out. And I'm going to let you know when they're ready to be harvested and how to dry them, preserve them, and we're going to use them in the kitchen cooking our winter's worth of meals. Anyways, guys, keep watching.